The Yankees may be facing a nightmare. After losing Gerrit Cole, dealing with issues surrounding Giancarlo Stanton, and uncertainty about the future of other players. Now it's Paul Goldschmidt who's in the spotlight with a back injury. But could this really shake New York's hopes before opening day even begins? You won't believe it, but the Yankees, who are already dealing with several headaches, now have another reason to worry. Paul Goldschmidt, the newly acquired key player, left the field during a spring training game against the Toronto Blue Jays with back pain. And there's an important detail that could affect New York's future. Goldschmidt, who was a crucial addition to the Yankees after his historic stint with the St. Louis Cardinals, left the game against the Toronto Blue Jays after just 3 innings. The reason? Back pain. He had been dealing with this injury for several days, and now, with less than 2 weeks until opening day, the situation is getting worse for the Yankees. Although he stated there's no major concern about his preparation for opening day, the idea of another key player dealing with issues before the season starts is not promising at all. Goldschmidt is no ordinary player. He came to the Yankees with a 1-year, $12 million contract after a historic run with the Cardinals, and he's seen as the key piece to replace Juan Soto, who is gone, and Giancarlo Stanton, who is also injured. The 36-year-old veteran is still a star, and if he returns to even 75% of what he was in recent years, he will be a great addition to the Yankees lineup. But if the injuries pile up and he can't get into rhythm quickly, New York's problems could increase exponentially. If you thought the Yankees couldn't get any worse, think again. Stanton, one of the pillars of New York's offense, is also dealing with serious elbow injuries, leaving him sidelined indefinitely, and with the loss of Gerrit Cole for the entire season. The team is already on the edge. Having Goldschmidt now dealing with back pain is the last kind of problem the Yankees need to start the season. With less than 2 weeks until opening day, Goldschmidt's injury becomes even more concerning. He has already gone through a decline in the last 2 years, but the expectation was that he would return to a high-level performance, like he did in his MVP season. Now, if he can't regain his form, the pressure on the other team members increases even more. And if the Yankees can't count on him, they will need to find new solutions quickly. But what do you think, fans? How do you think this injury to Goldschmidt could impact the Yankees' performance this season? Leave your opinion in the comments. The Yankees are desperate. Giancarlo Stanton out indefinitely. Gerrit Cole lost for the entire season, and a lineup full of uncertainties. But what if I told you an unexpected trade could change everything? Yes, the Yankees might be about to make a bold move that could not only solve their rotation problems, but also bolster their lineup with one of the league's most explosive talents. New York is on the hunt for a right-handed hitter to compensate for Stanton's absence. But the free agent market is scarce. Meanwhile, on the mound, Gerrit Cole's loss has left a huge hole in the rotation. But what if the Yankees could solve both problems at once? A risky move could be their only way to salvage the season. And there's one detail in this story that could change everything. The situation is alarming. Giancarlo Stanton has officially been placed on the injured list with inflammation in both elbows, with no return date in sight. The team had already been seeking more offensive power before this, and now the need is urgent. Meanwhile, on the mound, the bombshell. Gerrit Cole had to undergo Tommy John surgery and is out for the entire 2025 season. To make matters worse, Luis Gil, who could help in the rotation, is also injured. The Yankees need reinforcements now. But where can they find a reliable right-handed hitter and a solid pitcher in the current market? On the offensive side, the Yankees have explored names like J.D. Martinez, Adam Duvall, and Robbie Grossman, but none of them seem like the perfect solution. On the rotation front, the market isn't offering viable options either, and teams that might trade good pitchers won't likely make a move until closer to the trade deadline. And that's where a bold idea comes in. What about a mega trade that solves both problems at once? It seems unlikely, but not impossible. Bo Bichette, the Blue Jays shortstop, has yet to receive a contract extension offer. If Toronto feels they might lose him for nothing in free agency, why not try a prospect package now? Bichette could be exactly what the Yankees need. Despite a down year in 2024, he's already shown himself to be one of the most dangerous shortstops in the league, with power and aggression at the plate. Now, what about the rotation? Well, Jared Frank of the Good Fight suggested the Phillies might consider trading Ranger Suarez. With Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, and the addition of Jesus Luzardo, Philadelphia has an elite rotation and could afford to move Suarez to strengthen other areas. If the Yankees offer a compelling package, they could land 2 major reinforcements and turn their season around. The Yankees would have to give up some of their best prospects. Names like Spencer Jones, Roderick Arias, and Everson Pereira could enter the trade to get Toronto and Philadelphia to the negotiating table. If this move happens, New York would solve its 2 biggest weaknesses and come back strong to compete in the AL East. For the Blue Jays, trading Bichette would be a tough decision, but if he's really not in their future plans, securing a return now might be their best choice. As for the Phillies, if Luzardo steps up in a rotation, they may see Suarez as a luxury that could be traded for strategic pieces to further strengthen the team for the playoffs. And for the Yankees, well, this could be the kind of bold move that defines a season, or a total disaster if nothing goes as planned. But what do you think, fans? Would Bo Bichette and Ranger Suarez be the perfect pieces to solve the Yankees' problems? Or would this trade be a big mistake? Leave your opinion in the comments. And if you want to know more about another blockbuster move that could happen in MLB, watch the video on your screen now. See you there.